And we're only in the north, and we haven't even gone south yet. I'll have to go back to the pole, please.
Large amounts of homemade Russian vodka feature next week. The journey from pole to pole continues here on BBC2 at the same time, 7 o'clock.
One Nobel Prize winner claims psychedelic drugs inspired him to greatness.
If I had not taken LSD ever, would I have still invented PCR?
And in Brazil, a Christian cult which ritually uses a legalized drug reveals positive effects.
These are not the hippies, these are average citizens.
But on the street, uncontrolled use of mind-bending drugs makes legalization a risk.
They cannot be used outside of established medical centers.
Horizon investigates psychedelic science, Thursday at 9:25 on BBC2.
This woman appeared to be the perfect Nazi mother. She had 4 sons and was given a medal by the Nazis for producing healthy Aryan boys. She had a husband who was a German soldier, but she also had a lover, a 21-year-old girl who was also Jewish. Love Story, a new season of Timewatch, Tuesday at 9 on BBC2.
In 10 minutes, bird watching the Bill Oddie way in a new series which begins with a visit to the RSPB reserve at Minsmere. Before that on BBC2, Pathé news from 40 years ago in a week to remember.
Lewisham holds a by-election which both major parties regard as a key battle. At the general election, the Conservatives held a seat with a majority of more than 3,000. This time, Labour have high hopes of victory. Their candidate is 40-year-old barrister Neil MacDermott. An unpredictable factor in this election is Miss Leslie Green, independent loyalist. Her appeal is mainly to right-wing Tory opinion, and she is expected to take some votes from the official Conservative candidate, Norman Farmer. Labour chooses the Rents Bill as the principal target in its attack on the government record. For the bill is a burning issue in Lewisham, a mixed residential area. 40 years of piecemeal legislation has produced a muddle which pleases no one. But views on the present bill are sharply divided. Here's a landlord's opinion.
Now, I've got some little houses let at 8 and 6 a week, which are now controlled. Well, after the repairs are done, and I do the repairs, after the repairs are done, there's not a halfpenny left. Actually, it's a dead loss.
As a tenant, how do you feel about the rents bill?
Well, it's all right from the landlord's point of view, but as a tenant, well, it's useless to me. I couldn't afford any more.
If you were evicted for not paying more rent, have you anywhere to go?
No, I haven't. And I know lots of other people in the same position.
For a by-election, polling is heavy. Rumours of government plans to amend the bill with a ceiling on rent increases and longer security of tenure came too late to affect the voting. But as the ballot papers pile up in the town hall and the counting begins, it becomes clear the margin will be very close. When the last votes are counted, there's a majority of 1,100 for Labour's Neil MacDermott, the first by-election since the war to take a seat from any government. My dear, they're putting mink on simply everything these days. Even Mr. Teasy Weasy is left speechless by this outfit. The name? Love Nest. The price? Near 100 guineas. Associated British starlet Maya Kumani models a baby doll set. Rather cheaper, this one, 60 guineas. Just a job to keep you warm in those long winter nights. Well, bits of you, anyway. You still find 60 guineas a little too expensive? Never mind. The show caters for all purses. The next creation is practically given away at 50 guineas. It's called First Night. What will they be thinking of next? Mink toothbrushes? A BEA Viscount airliner waits on the tarmac of London Airport to take the Queen to Portugal for her state visit. The Prime Minister and the airport commandant, Mr. Jeffs, escort her to the aircraft. A farewell handshake for BEA Chairman Lord Douglas and the airport commandant. For Her Majesty, this is not only a state occasion. The Duke of Edinburgh is waiting at Montijo Airport near Lisbon to meet her after 4 months apart. The Duke's Commonwealth tour has been the longest separation of their married life, and the royal standard can seldom have marked the beginning of a happier flight. Godspeed to the Queen on her double mission of private reunion and international goodwill. Lisbon is ablaze with flags for the visit of Queen Elizabeth and the Duke of Edinburgh. A visit which is a royal reunion as well as a state event. The Portuguese are quick to capture the almost honeymoon spirit of the occasion. And although storm damage had wreaked havoc with decorations, they just buy more flags and give their beautiful city a quick spring clean, so that when the great day comes, the wind and rain are forgotten, and everything is bright and sparkling, ready for the Queen's arrival. Matching the beauty of the city, the Royal Yacht Britannia glides up the smooth waters of the River Tagus into the heart of Lisbon. Waiting on the quayside are President Craviero Lopes and his wife. A royal salute thunders from the training bark Sagres as the state barge approaches the quay, manned by sailors in historic ceremonial dress. A most appropriate way for the Queen of a seafaring nation to arrive in the capital of a people whose sailors have a tradition as ancient as our own. Lisbon is not disappointed. It expected a happy Queen, and she is smiling from the moment of her welcome. The Duke, too, is obviously in the best of spirits and looking very fit after his long tour of the Southern Hemisphere. After the official greetings, President and Queen move away from the quayside to view the big parade in Black Horse Square. 6,000 men of the Lisbon Military District form the Guard of Honor before the dais, but there seem to be almost as many photographers as soldiers crowding to take their pictures before the march past begins. And a very colourful march past it is by the crack troops of Britain's oldest ally. Cavalry units of the National Republican Guard, as well as infantry detachments, prepare to escort the royal visitors to Kelluth Palace. 8 greys draw the English-made golden carriage, and at first the atmosphere remains suitably formal. But as the carriage draws away, Portuguese enthusiasm breaks through. The Queen is obviously delighted, for her smile is as gay as ever. The 2,350-ton cargo ship Beltisborg is ready for launching in a Dutch shipyard, and thousands have gathered to watch, for this is a very special launching. Yes, you're right, she's been launched sideways, a method which is widely employed only in Holland to make the best use of her narrow waterways. But even the Dutch have never tackled a problem like this before, for the Beltisborg is the largest vessel ever to be launched in this unorthodox fashion. Watch it, spectators, you're going to get your feet wet. The Beltisborg will be used mainly to carry timber from Scandinavia. From now on, her travels will be strictly fore and aft, but she'll always be able to boast that she was the biggest vessel in the world to start her life sideways. California Way near Santa Cruz, nature takes on some strange twists at the Erlandson Tree Circus. By careful grafting, living trees have been transformed into fantastic shapes. A Valentine heart? That's an easy one. Or how about an armchair made out of 4 growing trees? It's enough to make a cat laugh. Every one of these startling designs is alive and growing. They're all the work of 75-year-old Axel Erlandson, who considers this one his masterpiece. An upside-down tree with the roots waving in the breeze. The end of the 90-year-old Holy Name College in Oakland, which must make way for a new office block. One pull, and there she goes. Little is left of the building, which has stood here since Civil War days. As a memento, Sisters of the College receive the cross which crowned its roof to adorn the new college of the Holy Name.
Extending the hand of friendship to their American allies, Dad's Army reporting for duty on BBC2 now.
Mange tout.
Never heard of it before.
A simple pea.
Horrible, disgusting.
Grown with pride.
A Tesco visit is a king's visit.
Eaten with indifference.
Excellent for dinner parties.
Food for thought.
Are they buying at a fair price?
We're not a charity.
They don't need very much to live on. That's true. Isn't exploitation part of evolution? Progression?
Designer peas and dinner parties. Modern Times returns Wednesday at 9 on BBC2.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jonathan Meades is a go into the strange world of the Caravanners.
Scramble the letters of the word caravan, and what do you get? Freedom.
Take a ride into the unknown with Jonathan Meades, even further abroad. Wednesday at 10 on BBC2.
Alan Titchmarsh brings a touch of Mediterranean colour to his Hampshire garden in a new series of Gardener's World, beginning in half an hour. Before that on BBC2, Bill Oddie's The Man with an Eye for the Birds.
If you asked me where you could see the biggest number of different kinds of birds in one day, in Britain, on foot, without rushing around too much, I'd say you should try Minsmere in Suffolk in early May. And that's exactly where I am now. It was just after the war when the RSPB bought a small piece of flooded farmland on the Suffolk coast and declared that it was strictly for the birds. And are our feathered friends grateful? I should say so, Grandma.